and welcome to the 8th day of the Brewers Advent Calendar powered by Kalea and the Beer Tasting Club. My name is Still Martin and I'm welcoming you here from my little beer tasting studio from Vienna. And I'm trying to get you in touch a little bit with the breweries, but with today's brewery, I think it's not so necessary for people who are having their third or fourth calendar, because the brewery today has been, I think, for the last couple of years in the calendar, but I think with different beers. As far as I remember, they had their Rauchbier for at least 2 years in the calendar, and this year they're coming up with their Steinbier, which means stone beer translated into English. It's the brewery Zwönitzer, and Zwönitzer is in Saxony, the state of Saxony in Germany, and they're brewing since 1997 there. It's a small microbrewery, and they couldn't do as much beer as we would have needed for the calendar. So they went over to a larger brewery and they contract brewed their beer there and got it canned. But they started canning beers since 2020, so they're quite one of the first waivers for German craft beers in their size that started canning. So they're quite innovative. And as far as I got from the last years, you like their Rauchbier very much, as I do. I really think their Rauchbier is one of the best we have in Germany, despite the one that is there in Bamberg. But the Zwönitzer is really on the top three, I would say. It says Steinbier, the stone beer, dark special, product of Germany. We have an ABV of 5.6%, and I chilled this beer down to, well, let's say 7-8 degrees, so that should be fine. This beer was brewed first in 2019 by brewmaster Dominik Naumann. And Steinbier, I don't know if you know the story behind the... Oh, I just poured the beer first and talk a little bit about Steinbier then. So we got the beer in the glass, and Steinbier actually is from a time when we had wooden mash tuns, and you couldn't fire them directly for obvious reasons. And they put hot stones in it, and the amount of stones they put in the mash tun could be repeated. And so the brewmaster knew exactly which temperature he could reach with 8 stones, 9 stones, whatever. So it was quite a precise way of controlling temperature in the mash tun. Not so bad as you would think. But what do we have here? It's a dark copper color. It's bright, looks filtered. A little off-white, 2 fingers thick foam on top, and we have a nice lacing, medium-sized bubbles. So yeah, that's really nice. And really, oh, we have lots of carbonation going in there, but it's so dark, and I need, oh, we have orange reflection, so it's really nice when you put it against my lamp. It looks really nice. So let's get the aroma. Oh, that's surprising. We have a little bit of smoke in there. Of course, we have dark malt. We have a little bit of sweet caramel, but there are hints of smoke in the aroma of this beer. Wow, that sounds nice. So let's dive into this one. Cheers. Has a strong caramel character, as you would expect from the stones being put in the mash tun, because the hot stones caramelize the residual sugar in the mash tun. So normally stone beers get a little bit of a caramel flavor, and this one is no exception. We have lots of dark malt, and because the sugar caramelizes, the beers normally are a little bit drier, so is this one. And we have a little bit of smoke as well in the taste. Not too much, but it's still there. but there's also a little fruitiness. Can you get the citrusy? I get some lemon, some, maybe it's a stone fruit like peach. Not too intense, but it develops with the beer getting a little bit more temperature. It's not really roasty. It just has dark malt. A little bit spicy in the back, but a medium bitterness. So I would say the bitterness is around, make a wild guess, maybe 25 IBUs. Hopefully I'm not too bad with that one. But I would say it's around 25 from the taste I'm getting. A nice medium body, nice medium carbonation. It's really good. Has a slick texture, a little bit oily, but the smokiness still stays in the back. So maybe this is also a beer for beginners or starters with the Rauchbier style. So if you're not into that style, maybe this is a good start if you like it, because it's not having this intense bacon or really smoke aromas on, but it's really on the lighter side. It has a it contributes nicely to the other flavors of this beer. And in the finish, we still have a little bit of smoke. We have nice breadiness. We have dark malt, and this beer really takes you through all the varieties that dark malt can have, except roastiness. And this is the Steinbier, Steinbier by Zwönitzer, brewery Zwönitzer from Saxony, state in Germany, in the eastern part. And from probier.at, this beer gets 3.5 points for the Steinbier of brewery Zwönitzer from Saxony in Germany. So if you agree with my rating, just write your comments in the comments box. If you disagree, I'm more than happy if you write it down. And if you haven't got a subscription yet and you want to get notified when there are new videos every day during the Advent, just push the subscription button. So this is for now. Hope to see you tomorrow with the next beer of this year's Brewers Advent Calendar. Cheers to you all. Cheers.